Good morning, and welcome back to Malmö. In fact, Lund, just outside of Malmö, for the EUF Summer Invite, part of the EUCS Championship Series. That's the CS of the acronym. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, pleased to be bringing you the action today as we are now into semifinals of the tournament. Dublin's own former champions of Europe, Ranelagh, taking on KFK of Copenhagen. These two teams have had success throughout this tournament this weekend. A little more for Ranelagh, but it depends on how you look at it. Ranelagh, of course, the top seeded team at this tournament. So everybody's coming for them. They know the closer they can play Ranelagh, the better it is for them. Ranelagh are so far ahead of some teams that the expected blowout situation makes it very difficult for Ranelagh to walk away with any kind of a result that's favorable for them. This, of course, the first year of the almighty algorithm, and everybody trying to play to that algorithm. Ranelagh on day one beat Hardfish by 3, expected by more. Beat KFUM by 1, expected by many more. Expected to double them up. And beat Piru by 5. Piru not in here for qualifying. They're here because they get a nice close international tournament. Ranelagh did beat Aarhus 14-9 in the quarterfinal, but that was supposed to be a blowout. So the fact that Aarhus got more than 6 still meant that it is going to be an unfavorable victory for Ranelagh. On the KFK side of things, KFK moved through the tournament by way of getting a win over Otso 15-12. They lost to Freesbees 11-9 and then came back and pounded Outers 15-5. They went into the quarterfinals, of course, which you saw on the stream yesterday. Got another win, 11-5, a 6-point victory, convincing-ish. And here we see them faced up with Ranelagh in the semifinals. The other semi, KFUM Örebro for the Swedes, taking on Freesbees of Bruges. That action coming up later in the day as well. Will be a stream at 1:15, 13:15 is the open final. So stay tuned for all that. There's the schedule up on the screen. And we're just about ready to get underway here by the looks of things. Of course, I'm calling this game remote from my home studio in Nice. And yes, it's quite nice here. Thanks for asking. There's the opening pull. And KFK receive. Floats one up, far sideline. Hermitslev. And the big shot goes up. Hermitslev, there's Sam Murphy. Checking the body around the Smurf, wearing Smurf colors today. I wonder if that had anything to do with their choice in blue. I doubt it. But not quite in yet. On the doorstep, and they do find their way in. Murph made that as difficult as possible, but great reception by KFK. I believe it was Hermitslev again on the receiving end to come up with that with so much pressure behind him. Here's the finish. had a chat. Well, had a group chat yesterday evening where Sam Murphy is, of course, part of it as a budding commentator himself. But a little bit of chat about how difficult this tournament is for Ranelagh with the algorithm, the expectations, because of how much further ahead they are than everyone, to be able to, beat every team here convincingly is much easier said than done. Some very strong teams here. They have been beating teams, but there's still some suspect that they will possibly drop as they don't drop anything there. Big shot. Keenan gets it back. Stephen Jones goes to McCreary, and McCreary shovels one forward to Josh Reed, and Ranelagh respond. McCreary demulleted for more than a year now. He's gone with the more traditional short side and back. As you see, Stephen Jones, and we'll maintain our hairstyle commentary. Stephen Jones is growing it out, pushing the bleach with the curls there. As Ranelagh will put another D-line out. Zach Slayton, noticeably not in cleats. There's always a lot of movement year in, year out in the club series. Notably, a lifelong Ranelagh player, Freddie Rogers, also known for his fame on Super Team, will be with his hometown lads this season as he's moved on to Berlin. And yes, Wall City is the new club. As KFK play from their end zone, heavy pressure from Ranelagh into their own end zone. Bricks. Deep shot fired and connection made. Vandemave goes back to Bricks. Ooh, and the low throw by the 50 shirt. There's 250 shirts out there. I know that much by now. One of them is Ruga. First break chance on the first turnover of the game. Murphy gets the throw from McNulty. Straight back to McNulty. And the continued swim. Micklem goes up the line. Runs it. McNulty with the around. Up the line on the inside throw. Ranelagh steadily churning towards that end zone and hands up for the celebration of the first break of the game. Not only do they want to feature in the final, but they want to crush KFK for the ranking. And a look at the goal. Ranelagh in their powder blues. Dean McCreary flexing both arms, running onto the field. We think back to the championship team a few years back now. Jack Mack gone. Tyg Deavy gone. Freddie Rogers gone. A lot of the, some of the top players on that team no longer with the outfit. Coach Ian French no longer there. So they've done very well to maintain a level of excellence while having such a rotating door there of their personnel. Well, they've mentioned his name. I think it's fair to be stated that I personally beat Jack McNamara in a wrestling match at CFC last year. That one over the head. Kyo takes it away. Shovel pass from Murphy, and he gets it back. Murphy and Kyo go again, and it looks like they will again. No, wow. How did that get through? I'm not sure, but Murphy has it on the doorstep. I don't think that was the intent. Kyo. And we've got some obstruction on that sideline. To the middle. Peters goes big and is rewarded. Yes, he is. Coin Tyrrell with the goal on the big Joost Peters arcing forehand. Ranelagh pouring it on 3-1 right now.
When you're coming down, you have the overview, you have to tell them.
KFK from there on in. Bump of the mark. The other 50 shirt. Possibly Uruguay. High take. Wind up and sent by Larson. Has Graham with the misread. Bastian Graham, who'd been so strong throughout the season, particularly in the game yesterday, unable to read that, was here in the footstep because he had separation. McNulty now, and Ranelagh with another chance to break. Nice grab by Rory Kyo. He sends it. Testing Graham the other way now, and Graham does enough to win the battle against McCarthy there, sucking him in to the defensive chase. Hey, there's Inka Vestman on the hill. She played super team. Duguid to Graham. Second chance to hold now. The old dirty hold, as they say. Larson. Graham. KFK through the hands. Graham again. Launches. Has exactly who he's after and has himself a goal to the number 50 shirt. KFK get away with one there and put one on the board, make it 3-2. Ranelagh still out in front. Ranelagh with the disc. In their own end zone, KFK have deployed a zone as we have just the second look at the Ranelagh O-line. They were tidy the first time. Corcoran goes to the sideline. Keenan back to Corcoran, whereas he was once known Corcoran. Stephen Jones gets the around to Finn Campbell. He goes to Keenan. Quick throw by Keenan, and just as quick in for goal. Ranelagh, a little bit of back and forth in their own end. That was Egan Lawler with the assist, and Josh Reed with the goal. Back and forth in their own end, being patient, but once they started using the field's verticality, they moved very quickly. That throw by Keegan really opened things up, but lots of options once they got moving north-south. Odd cat. Has a nice jog to the line. He's got himself some work gloves. You see a lot of people wearing that style. Gardening gloves, rubberized, vulcanized gloves. Do give a heck of a grip. Nice catch there. Keep it alive by Gold Dagger. Hermitschlev bombs. Kyo was coming, but both white shirts really pinched off the angle there, and KFK put another one on the board. 3-4, down 1. So you're wondering, what should the score be? Should, based on the almighty algorithm built by Ravi, the human abacus Vasudevan. The score should be 15-10. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. So, of course, it takes a little longer to get series of runs going, so it's not indicative right at the gates. But, again, Ranelagh can beat this team comfortably and still be told they have got some work to do to be beating them more comfortably. That's not helping. Graham jumps in the way, and now KFK going the other way. Larson opening the dump space, but all eyes upfield. Graham breaks the mark. Bastion Graham. Larson. And Graham. Defensive switch, but they keep playing to each other, and like Tame Impala sing about it, feels like they're only going backwards until there. Now the big gainer, Bastion Graham, is having a moment. He missed the deep earlier on a few points ago, but throughout this point, he has been a dominating factor. The number 18 shirt plays for FUK as well. Look at that take. Bastion Graham getting her done in the KFK garbs. Timeout taken. We'll take a break here and be back with more action of the Summer Tour semifinal, Open Division. So 4-3, a break in hand for Ranelagh. Or is it 2? May well be. But here, the first break chance for KFK. And Graham just gets that blade to go inside to the intended receiver. Graham again. Up line, Graham was free, but the defense lagged efficiently. Far side, open receiver, the hammer was available. Not taken. High grab was taken. KFK, the spin. Back to Larson. Larson leads over the head of Corcoran to Graham. Graham. And hands are waving all over the place. But no clear indication of what it was. Perhaps a retracted call. That's the only thing I do recognize with these hand signals. Or perhaps something on the field. I really can only speculate at this stage. Graham shakes McCreary. And I think there was a score. No, there was a D. It's Ranelagh cheering. McCreary picks up. McCreary leads Corcoran. Lawler. Nice dog count. Gets it away. McCreary quick back to Lawler. Quick is the word here as they continue into Keegan. And he goes to the back of the end zone where we believe that Ranelagh scored. KFK. Crisscrossing in front of their end zone. Stutz goes to Collins. Back to Stutz as Ranelagh come with his own. There was some potential for lightning in the day in Sweden. So stay tuned to your scheduling. Big hammer sent the distance into the hands of Gilman before going back around all the handlers. Other side is Stutz. Zone effective to increase the pass count here, slow down any potential to huck, but there have been few opportunities to steal away a D. They are relying on the mistake from the high pass count, but so far KFK have been poised. Stutz puts that one forward and straight away into the end zone. Bricks with the assist, and Van de Meve with the goal. I don't mind the zone look by Ranelagh. Change things up a little bit. Take KFK out of a rhythm, but I don't think it's something they can or should be relying on. Ranelagh from their own end. Corcoran leads and too high again. An errant throw, this time in the direction of Stephen Jones, and they're giving KFK chances. They recovered last time and were able to hold in the dirty manner, but the more chances you give, the more potential for conversion against, of course. KFK D-line. Trajdal. And we get some waving arms again. But no clear indication. I know that that's a foul accepted. Seems like it's between Hermitslev and Stephen Jones. Hermitslev leads it forward. Shovel on the doorstep here. Could this be the break? Inside throw back to center. Ooh, and Hermitslev gets one with a bid coming across. Bid was by Corcoran, leaves a gap in the middle. And the 88 shirt, Kasper Guldager, in for the goal. That is a break. And KFK sniffing their way closer. 5-5. So, again, we go back to the almighty algorithm. Ranelagh would have to close this game out 10-5, 2 for ones, to be able to maintain the ranking that they have based on the matchup tool. Corcoran to McCreary. McCreary fakes the backhand, comes around with the forehand to find Finn Campbell. Stephen Jones back to McCreary. Nice bid to keep that alive by Corcoran. Campbell. Low by Campbell, and another turn by Ranelagh. Never mind 2 for oneing. Never mind chasing the algorithm. Get the win is what might be of highest priority the way this is going right now. Number 50. Larson leads too far, but the backup plan is there. And KFK get away with another break. 6-5. Can you believe it? I'm not sure I can. Will there be a timeout by Ranelagh? If I was coaching, I would do it. And that celebration looks like Ranelagh did indeed take a timeout. And with that said, we'll take a short break here and be back with more action. KFK 6, Ranelagh 5. Ranelagh put the O-line back out there. Don't appear to have moved over any D-line players. The fact that we see Sam Murphy in the frame walking up the sideline, he would likely be the first to move over. But they are showing confidence, and I do like the move by KFK to come out and give a zone after Ranelagh taking the timeout. It was surely a calming timeout. Hey guys, we know how to do this. Let's just, get back in our formations, run our offense. Generally speaking, you talk about what wasn't working, talking about running a offensive sequence that is based on playing match defense. And then for KFK to come out and give him a zone really just jogs their thinking as Scoots, I think, came flying across the screen. Oh, and the wind. And again, Keegan, his hands up, but another careless throwing error by Ranelagh, and a huge chance for KFK to put the foot down on this game. They're going for it in one throw. Stephen Jones wins the race and doesn't allow it to happen quite that easily. Now Ranelagh, second try. Jones goes inside to Lawler. McCreary finds Campbell. Corcoran to Keenan. Ooh, and Keenan. That's 2 turnovers on the point. Deep shot. Not quite. The hammer. Stephen Jones in the area again, and the sandwich defense does just enough. Third try. And there's a call in the field. Perhaps a travel.
We find space, but we work hard.
McCreary goes to Corcoran and then Campbell as they continue to look at the zone. Not much doing overhead, except that was really there. Jones back to Lawler. Corcoran goes to Campbell and straight back again. And Campbell and Corcoran just throwing 1 meter throws to one another laterally or backwards. And McCreary, a focus error. And nothing going right for Ranelagh here. Just lets it hit him right in the chest and then bounce to the ground. Stutz picks up. They've had enough chances to break. Can they capitalize on these gifts? Corcoran trying to get in the way. Chucks the body on the line. Ooh, wobbler, but connects. And another timeout taken. KFK. Can they make them pay? Can they finish the job here? They've had their chances. Third chance to break. It's 6-5 for KFK already over Ranelagh. Summer Tour, Malma. We'll be back for more action after this. KFK, about 7 meters from the end zone, near sideline. 33 to pick up the disc. And as mentioned, the third break chance of this point. And there's just enough float on that to recover because there was a major miscommunication, which is not ideal coming out of a timeout. And there it is, the burn and turn. Burn the timeout, turn the disc. We've seen it all too many times this weekend. Dean McCreary. It's like everyone on Ranelagh, maybe not everyone, but most of the Ranelagh O-line have had their turn to make an error. A few have taken it upon themselves to have multiple. Can they now tidy it up? They've got the cobwebs out. They've had their moments of lapsed focus. Can they now put it together, or will this continue to be the way? Campbell, Corcoran, and McCreary. Corcoran and McCreary go again. Josh Reed gets involved. KFK zone doing its job. Not a lot of handler reset options. The chiseling, the cutting from behind not coming with frequency. The throws over top not being taken. But there's not much. There's a lot of stagnancy upfield. Ranelagh not moving very fluidly.
Here we go, Ranelagh! Here we go, Ranelagh!
There's only one free player I see, and the catch-up continues to come. I mean, that's, I guess, what you get with a zone with the three-player front if you keep three behind. If you can run that handler offense with two, you're going to have something open upfield. Right now they do have, I mean, Dean McCreary is the open player, but Stutz not far off. And, of course, that angle makes it difficult. Stephen Jones. Wobble. McCreary. Back to Campbell. McCreary goes into the middle. Lawler back to McCreary. They have sneakily found their way into the red zone, and Stephen Jones throws into a contest. Keenan calls the foul on Gilman. They were both there. McCreary's got his hand up, I imagine, to justify that he saw it as a foul. But my initial impression was not as much. Let's have another look. There they are, center of your screen. Yes. Sorry, this time I do see it as a foul. Gilman did have to give a left hip and shoulder of a body check there to get the hand in front. My perspective. Foul accepted. His perspective is agreeable. McCreary. finally gone to a match D. This is favorable, and Steege runs into one. And Ranelagh score, and that was a marathon point. Can they use that as they push forward now? 6-6.
Yeah, great goal! Let's go, Shane! Let's work, Shane! Here we go, guys! Let's work! Let's go for a second!
So KFK with the disc. Riser collected. Graham has been menacing. There's to Brother Graham. Bastion with the disc. Tobias is in the number 9 jersey. That one sent and well collected, and that is an easy offensive possession. Bastion Graham there for the goal. They stay ahead 7-6. KFK get it done nice and quickly after keeping the Ranelagh O-line on the field for a marathon. They're going to put them right back out there. And KFK set to pull. Ranelagh line back on the pitch. Could be a more favorable defense to play against, but I do again like the variety of defensive looks KFK are giving them. Switch back to match. Keenan to Corcoran. Inside, McCreary goes to Campbell. Campbell doesn't like the Jones cut, looks back, throws the inside out to McCreary. Widens the field, undercomes. McCreary chisels up line. Corcoran. McCreary. Corcoran. Low throw, and so low that it's down. Another turnover, another break chance, and another point where Ranelagh's O-line is going to have to play defense and stay on the field. That is a fatiguing factor. This time it's only for one chase, but they are going to have to play O again from their own goal line, and those mistakes are becoming costly. Dean McCreary from his own corner. Needs a big juking cut and a bid there. Leading throw, great pickup by McCreary, but boy, oh boy, could they be a bit more tidy out there. Corcoran. Keenan. Lawler to Campbell. Campbell goes around, has Keenan. Keenan to Campbell. Campbell, same throw he used earlier. The inside out to get the width. Graham says there was a travel. Jones doesn't like it. I think I agree with Jones. I think there was no extra steps taken. I'm not sure this is an interpretation of the newest version of the rules. Stephen Jones, class act, puts the disc out and ready to play on. Around again, McCreary gets horizontal. McCreary putting it out there at this point. Corcoran. Waiting, everything goes right, and he turns back the tide to the middle. The goal counts right now. There's a lot of chat. There was a lot of contact with Campbell. Did it affect? Here's a look. Everybody goes with Campbell. I mean, I think Tobias Graham got caught up in that. He took a step to try and go with Campbell and then got forced into staying with it. Goal conceded. Ranelagh take it to Galaxy Point. Though I think we've already had a timed half with 16 minutes remaining. I would anticipate we have. I don't think any team is going to get to 15 points today. Well, not in this game. Ray Keogh set to pull. Good pull. Opportunity for the defense to be set. The puller down on the first throw. Well, what would be the second throw? Number 50. Leading. And a pause in the action for a call. Up line. Surveying options. The round comes. Breaks. Disc is in. Deep shot goes up and hits. KFK take the 8th point. Assumedly take half if it has not yet been established. And remain in command of this game, most importantly. 8-7 KFK getting it done. A big lapse by the Ranelagh O-line in the latter stages of the first half has allowed KFK to get ahead, and now they are able to hold with nice shots like that to stay ahead. So, as suspected, nothing changing, so I don't think that is a clear halftime indication. I must have missed it before. McCreary and Corcoran. Campbell comes under. Campbell leads up the line to Corcoran. Corcoran zips. He gets Keenan. McCreary. Campbell gives the option for the around to center. And now Corcoran. Corcoran and McCreary back and forth. Campbell. McCreary. And Corcoran trots one into the front corner, ties things up. Pair of snowmen on the board, 8 apiece. with just more than 11 minutes to go, 11 and a half at present. Spoiler alert, in the other semifinal, it's Slurpee time. KFUM out in front. Okay, that means it's 7-11. 11 for KFUM, 7 for Freezebees. Sam Murphy barking assignment orders to the team. Roy Kyo sends the pull. Stutz handles the pull. And Hermitschlev comes lateral immediately. KFK going through the hands in their own zone. Bastian Graham goes with the hammer. And a throw later, and I do see an indication for a pick before Tobias Graham gets it, or at least a little bit of catch up. Not of the grass variety. Graham, the Hermitschlev. Hermitschlev sees the deep open up, hangs one. There are all too many bodies, and Bastian Graham, uncovered, lays out with two hands and cleans it all up. That should have been knocked out of the sky by Ranelagh, and because it wasn't, you give an opportunity for this man to make a play, and he has proven he's going to go make it. Great play there, Bastian Graham. Not taken. I'll take it. Graham having a heck of a game out there today. KFK staying ahead 9-8. And we're in play. Ranelagh from their own end zone. From the back of their end zone, McCreary blades to Stephen Jones. And another blade from McCreary to Stephen Jones, chipping their way out of the end zone. Campbell to Lawler. McCreary getting awfully comfortable with that blade out there. Keenan. And there it is again. He's found his ticket out of this with the blade. McCreary throws a flat throw. Corcoran to Campbell.
5 minutes remaining.
Stephen Jones. Campbell quickly to Corcoran. The zone again doing its job. That one's so close to the turf. McCreary, are we going to see a blade? No. McCreary. There's the blade, and I think I like it. He's taking it upon himself to go over the top, and it's the only thing that is working. Campbell. And the defense has melted into match. McCreary. There is a poach somewhere. Somebody's in the lane. He spotted it with the blade. And that is the Dean McCreary blade point. Goes to Keenan. And Ranelagh tie things up 9 apiece.
Keep going!
2 minutes to go, 9-9. There will be no Ranelagh blowout now. They need to find a way to get back in the driver's seat and just take a win. But KFK have been sharp throughout and certainly not looking anywhere near like they're going to give Ranelagh that opportunity. Certainly not that man, Bastian Graham. Great matchup, the Murphy-Graham matchup. No surprise that Ranelagh have opted to put Sam Murphy on Graham, and maybe a good decision because either way, the turnover, whether it was a stall out. Well, how on earth did that happen? Are they discussing whether it was up or not? Callum McCarthy hit the turf as the throw was in the air. Somehow had the presence of mind to still spot the disc while he was on the ground. We've got the wrong end zone cam there. And caught it while laying down. Asking for perspectives. Here it is again. I mean, I think the foul was probably on number 26 for KFK, Ian Holtzman. And that's the reason he went to ground. The next question is whether it was up or not. From that angle, I think yes. It seems like they're asking somebody on the sideline. And eventually that goal is given. That's a huge one. That's a break. Sam Murphy was on the mark. Would have been a stall out. You got to give it to the whole team defense. Those are what you call coverage sacks. Of course, a strong mark certainly helps. And Ranelagh, with time just about to expire, it'll do that right now, have put themselves back in the driver's seat, take the lead back 10-9. We still have to play the next point and then add one, but a nice time to take a lead.
Time is over now, right? Time's up! Time over!
Stutz with the disc. Can KFK bring this to a universe point situation? Bastian Graham will hope for as much. Last time disc was in his hand, as good of a game as he's had. It was a turnover, but this time he does get it across. Graham, and that one pops right through him. This would be a big goal for Ranelagh to make it 9-11 and a game to 12. A little bit of separation here. 2 breaks in a row to get close to closing this game out would be tidy indeed. As Micklem hits the deck to keep that one up. Kyo, recipient of the blade. Murphy spins and waits and we'll have to have another look from perhaps the other camera. I'm imagining it's an in-out call. There are plenty with perspectives. Contested. It's going to go back to Sam Murphy. Murphy to Kyo. Kyo to Murphy. in the corner. This one will go. Murphy gets the assist on the second ask, and Ranelagh break twice in a row, 11-9, game to 12. Ranelagh with the disc. KFK rather, to bring it back to within one. They test Murphy. This time they can't find Graham. Murphy gets the hand to it. Ranelagh, chance to win the game. Seat in the finals. Stephen Jones. Ranelagh back to Sam Murphy. He blades to Stephen Jones, gets away with it. Far sideline. Upline cut from Jones and delivery. Ranelagh finished strong. 3 breaks in a row, 12-9. They do get the victory. They will feature in the final. And KFK, a great bit of resistance throughout much of the game, but in the end, it was Ranelagh who could make things work. Thank you very much for joining us here at EUF's distribution of the summer tour from Malmö, in fact Lund, Sweden, part of the EUCS 2024. More action coming up over the course of the day. Of course, women ready to take the field now as Atletico will be taking on Seagulls. And then we will have our finals back to back after that match. So be sure you don't go too far. More action to round out the day. As mentioned, I'm Stefan Rapazzo. It's been a pleasure being with you, and we'll catch you next time.